Hi everybody. I hope everybody had a good first week. I hope you're getting into the assignments and you are figuring out how the class is going to work. Remember, all the assignments are due on Sunday night. If you are having problems completing everything, I know that quite a few of you are joining the class a little late. You have been adding all throughout this week. That's not a problem. You do have a 7-day grace period on the due date. However, if you're going to use any of those late days, please let me know. Just send me an email and let me know that you're going to be late. Okay, so for week 2, we are covering some really important foundational information, some concepts for linguistics that is going to really be important as we go through the next topics of the course. So this is how language is processed in the brain, and then also first language acquisition. So this has to do with babies and really young children usually up to age 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and just get right into the assignments. So you can do that by clicking the modules button or clicking the modules tab over on the left. And then let me show you that after you're done with a module, you can click the little triangle and that will collapse it. And then the next time you enter the modules page, it will be collapsed, so you'll know, okay, I finished with that module, I'm all done. And then the module, the next module that you're working on will be right there for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the module. We have 7 assignments for this week. A quiz, summary, discussion, a timeline, couple summaries, and then another discussion. So we're gonna move through the module. The first one is a quiz. There are 14 questions, and you do have 3 chances to get the highest score possible. So you're gonna watch this YouTube video, and then basically most of the questions are based on this it's like a chapter or part of a chapter of an e-textbook. So what I would suggest is to have this document open while you're taking the quiz, while you're answering the quiz questions. They should be in order of that you're answering them. So you're going to go through that and locate the quiz questions. Watch the video first though. That should help you to understand what you're looking at. The next one is a really interesting one. This has to do with the different parts of the anatomy of the brain and different processes that happen there. And so there are 2 different main areas. There's lots of different areas of the brain that process language, but the 2 main areas are called Wernicke's area and Broca's area. And so I've got a couple of videos for you here to watch, and then a really short article. And then there are a couple of videos down here. There's a gentleman who's suffering from Wernicke's aphasia, and a gentleman who's suffering from Broca's aphasia. And aphasia is a type of language disorder that people are not born with it. It's something that happens usually if a person's had a stroke or a brain tumor or some kind of catastrophic brain injury, and part of their brain is damaged. Part of their brain that does language processing. So after you have read and watched all the videos, what I want you to do is just write a kind of a paragraph. It doesn't have to be too long, just 300 words, just comparing and contrasting the 2 different types of aphasia. Okay, and you should be able to do that from the information that I give you there. Okay, and then the next one is a discussion, and this has to do with different language disorders in children. And so what I've got here is a document that has a bunch of different links. So basically, you're going to pick one of these speech disorders, and the instructions are here of what I want you to write in your original post and then in your reply, okay? So you're not going to be addressing all of these, but you're just going to choose one of them, and then you're going to write 2 replies to 2 different classmates. Okay. The next one is a timeline of first language acquisition, different milestones of the developmental process. And you can do your timeline any way you want. If you want to get real creative and make like a fancy document, you know, that has like different, you know, like boxes or bubbles or, you know, some kind of, you know, like digital thing, or you can like write it on paper or draw it on paper and then take a picture and upload that, or you can just make like bullet points and you know, just write little phrases or something like that. What I don't want you to do is write me an essay, okay? I don't want like paragraphs about this. I want it to be more like a timeline. So I don't want an essay, okay? So I've got some different documents here, and you're going to need to get into each one of these to get the different parts that you're going to need here. There's a little video here too. So I do want you to use these 5 stages, okay? Cooing, babbling, 1 word, 2 word, and then multi-word. And so from these documents, you should be able to find the age range for each one, and then you should be able to assign the features that children typically go through for each one of the stages. Okay, so I'm looking for what are the phonological features, what are the morphological features, what are the syntactic features, and what are the semantic features. Now, not all of these stages have all features. So for example, in the very early stages, an infant does not have any syntax. They're not developing any syntactic features. So they don't have grammar, okay? Newborn babies do not have any grammatical development, okay? So in that case, you're not going to have any syntax in the early stages, okay? So for example, that one you're not going to have. So but in the later stages, yes, you are going to have to address syntax, okay, if that makes sense. So you may also, you know, use other sources if you feel like these 2 documents aren't enough, plus the video, it's not enough. That's fine, perfectly fine. But I do need you to give me the link to whatever source that you find, okay? All right. And then a couple of summaries here. This is something called Motherese or Parentese or child-directed speech, infant-directed speech. Lots of names for it. This is basically the language that caretakers or parents use when they're around babies and young children. So there's a lot of research on this and what kind of effect it has on children's language acquisition, language development. Okay, so that's what we're talking about here. I have some questions for you here. I'm going to summarize the information and then give your response. That's what, just answer the questions. Okay, and then there is another kind of summary and response. This is an NPR, I guess it's like a kind of a news story, a little like a podcast clip. It's not too long, but it's focuses on talking toys and these kind of talking toys that parents sometimes buy to help their babies or their real young children develop language quicker or better, and if they work or if they have any effect on the children's language. So summarize and then respond, and I have the questions here. Okay, and then the last assignment is dangers of distracted parenting and first language acquisition. So basically it's just an article here for you to read, and then some questions to answer and respond. It's a little bit open-ended, but I'm thinking, this is a really interesting topic, and I want to kind of leave it open-ended because I want to leave it up to you to kind of, see what you think about this. Use the information that you have learned earlier in the week, so make sure this is the last thing that you do in the week. Everything that you know about the way we process language, about the way that babies and young children acquire their first language, all of the things that you've learned, all of the things that we know, and really take that into account in your response. Okay, and let's see if we can get into a real good discussion. I'll be in here with you, kind of, chiming in and getting into the discussion with you as well. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what you have to say on this. And speaking of that, I am still working my way through that first discussion board that we have for the first week. I am going to respond to each and every one of you, welcoming you to the class and answering any questions that you have. So I haven't checked it this morning yet, but that's on my to-do list for right after I finish this, to get in there. So hopefully I'll be able to get caught up with that. And then over the weekend, I'm hoping to be able to just keep up with you as you put your posts in there. So make sure that you go back to that discussion and see what I wrote. And if you want to reply to me, back to me, that's great. You don't have to, but make sure that you do check out what I wrote. Okay, please let me know if you have any questions about anything at all. Don't hesitate to reach out to me. I know that some of you had some little problems with the ad process. So hopefully we have all those bugs worked out. Everybody is in the class who wants to be in the class. The self-service adding process is still kind of new, and it is a little bit of a pain in the butt. There's many steps to do it. And I am not 100% sure, on all the steps. I think I can walk you through it if I can see your screen, but it is a little challenging right now. But I can give you to a counselor that I know, and they can usually solve your problems for you. So they're really good at doing that. All right. Again, let me know if you have any questions about anything. Also, if you are not sure of any of your answers for any of these assignments, and you're just, wondering if you're on the right track with what you're going to submit, whether it's on a discussion board or any of the summaries or anything like that, feel free to send me your first draft through email, and I can take a look at it and let you know, yep, you're on the right track. Even if you're not 100% done, like you just have the beginning done, and yeah, keep going, or no, that's not quite what I'm looking for, and I can give you some feedback on that. Okay. I'll be around all weekend to answer emails, and especially next week. Okay, so have a great weekend. I will be talking to you later, and I'll see you in the discussion board. Bye-bye.